year, which is ending next week on Tuesday, by adding additional capital of only 18 billion to certain areas which had deficiency and which have the capacity to absorb within the next 7 days. Your Excellency, these areas include monies for payment for pending bills, for the administration of the national exams, which were held last year and others this year, Your Excellency. And therefore, the Ministry of Education will receive 1.5 billion towards that exercise. Your Excellency, there is also funds for payment of pending bills for Mwache Dam, amounting to 2.3 billion, again towards payment of pending bills for the construction of that facility. The bill, Your Excellency, also has an amount of money going towards a Nyota program, particularly for our youth. Again, the National Treasury has divided that money between the Ministry of Youth Affairs and one other ministry, Your Excellency, towards a Nyota program for implementation. SMEs. Ministry of SMEs, Your Excellency, towards implementation of Nyota program and for absorption by Tuesday next week, Your Excellency. There is also a small amount, Your Excellency, going to the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation towards its international obligation with respect to the ongoing FIFA World Cup and other rights, Your Excellency. There is also a modest amount, Your Excellency, going towards security sector, Your Excellency, to bridge the gap for the few days that are remaining before the end of this financial year. The second bill, Your Excellency, is the appropriations bill for the year 2026-2027. This bill, Your Excellency, was also introduced by the distinguished member for Alego Usonga on behalf of the Budget and Appropriations Committee of the National Assembly. They held extensive public participation within and outside the House during consideration of the estimates. Your Excellency, a number of changes have been effected by the committee following those public participation exercise. This bill also actualizes the Division of Revenue Act, which you assented to only a few days ago, and therefore it divides money amongst the various state departments for the national government, and also provides for funds for the judiciary, which is now currently funded at 30.8 billion, which has gradually risen from 16 billion or thereabout in the year 2022 to the current 30.8 billion in the financial year starting Wednesday next week. There is also funds, Your Excellency, for the legislature, which has also been funded to a tune of 50 billion for the 4 votes of Parliament. Your Excellency, amongst the biggest gainers in the appropriation for the year 2026-2027 is the Ministry of Education and all the sectors under the State Department for Education, including the Teacher Service Commission, Your Excellency. The third bill this evening, Your Excellency, to receive your assent is the Finance Bill 2026. This bill, Your Excellency, was introduced in the House as required under the PFM Act. It was brought initially as a draft by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, who is former minority leader in the National Assembly, Your Excellency. When he came to read the budget, as required by the Constitution, he brought it to the House by the 30th of April. Thereafter, it was published before the House went on recess. That recess period, Your Excellency, allowed the House to undertake extensive public participation on the bill. The Committee on Finance, led by the distinguished member for Molo, the Honorable Kuria Kimani, undertook extensive public participation in 13 counties. We also received over 100,000 written memoranda from different individuals, corporate entities, and our business community, Your Excellency, and other individuals. The committee also engaged severally a number of entities for